This is a disclaimer before you watch this video. If you are suffering through any mental illness, I suggest you call a professional and you get help so that this keeps you alive and in check and able to be heard and be taken care of by a professional. Mental illness is a topic I've had for years that I cover that affects me every day. In life, we have depression, anxiety, stress, stuff that can actually wreak havoc on our bodies and souls and mental health. And this subject is very sensitive. Like I said, get professional help if you have any problems, because there are people that do want you to be well and not worry about or do anything that can harm themselves or yourself. We When I was a kid, I had a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Kids used to pick on me. When I reached 4th grade, I reached a point to where I needed to see a psychiatrist. It was not a happy time in my life, but I saw the psychiatrist and I got better after 4th grade. And then, in life, I basically lived a pretty good childhood, had a great I had a great family behind me, everything I did. And they helped me with everything that I went through, bad or good. And then I got to my teenage years and I was having a lot of issues. People, I didn't really relate to people very well. I was kind of the black sheep of the family. And I felt it because, well, kids would be kids. All my older cousins, I wasn't the one that could relate to any of them. So I really was in my own little world. And I always was. Even when I became an adult, I was in my own little world. And then when I was getting older, my life wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. Like, why was I struggling? Why was I going through all this stuff? When a doctor said, well, with the childhood I had in school, it could have made me a little depressed, which possibly it did. Surviving what I did as a kid with the walking pneumonia, where I could have passed away. And then, I've known a few people that have had very serious health conditions, mental health conditions, and personally in my own life as well with my own family members. And that stress of what they had to deal with, I went through it myself. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy ever. You feel down, you feel depressed, you don't know what's going on. Sometimes you feel like your life's not going where you want it to go and nobody's supporting you and you don't know what to do or what to say or what to think. And then there are people that hurt themselves to make a point and actually do it. They hurt themselves. You don't see them doing it. You'll know sometimes if they're wearing long sleeve shirts all the time and they're like, especially if it's really hot, 9 times out of 10, they could be, I mean, you don't know. I mean, it could be somebody that's just born in a warmer climate and gets cold at certain temperature, or it could be somebody that's actually have a mental illness. You won't know. They won't show you their cuts. You won't see them. Or they'll cut themselves places where you can't see it. And kids nowadays, with the mental issues that they have with COVID and what happened in school, or life issues, whatever, these kids are drowning in depression and anxiety because they weren't in school for like a year. It was really stressful, especially on a lot of kids. Some are turning to violence, some are turning to cutting themselves, some are turning to other things. This is an adult video, so this is also for parents to, if your child is acting a little different than they used to, or you think there's an issue, be their friend, but also be their parent. Try to get them some help. Especially now, the younger generation, these kids are suffering. And the parents, some of them just ignore it and say, my kid don't have a problem. Well, you know, that is one of the problems. Some of us don't want to have kids that have problems. Some kids have problems, and we have to deal with it as parents. And as much as we don't want to, we have to, for their safety and their health and how they're going to get older and recover from this. I've had family members very close to me that have had these types of issues, and yeah, I gave them support. I talked to them, and they progressed, and now they're doing so much better than they were because I was a person in their life that made them feel better, that talked to them about making them feel better about themselves. And they didn't cut themselves anymore. They didn't suffer from a deep depression. Did they have their days? Yes, they did. They have their bad days. But you want to know something? Their bad days are way less than way they were back in back in the day when they were having problems. This is a dedication to anybody to get help, to find somebody that's going to give you the tools to move forward from the depression and anxiety, but not only from the family member. It's also good to go to a professional, talk it out, see why you're like this, what can you do to fix this. Get a third party, not a f- if you want to get a third party, not a family member, because this way they can express to you what you can do to correct your whatever mental illness you have. And we all go through it. We have depressing points in our life where we just feel like we're not worthy or we're not worth it. Like, why am I here? Why did I do this and that? I suffered a divorce back in 2006, but I survived the surgery as well, both of which were very painful. And the pain went away after a certain amount of time, but then sometimes you think about it and you get depressed. It's like, wow, I went through this. It took a lot of counseling and a lot of help, but I made it through. And I sought professional help because I knew they could do more for me than, like, my family members could help me, but then I knew a professional who's a third party would help me with many different ways to help me without medication. And it did. Now I have health issues, but I'm not as depressed now. Do I have my bad days? Yeah, my bad days where I get angry, I get upset, that life didn't go the way I wanted it to go. But you know what? I had to make a new life for myself and think about a new way to live my life. And I did it. Do I still have problems today? Stuff that could give me stress? Yes, I do. A lot of things. But today, like doing these videos, I say this helps people. This is why I'm here. I want to help people. I want to make people want to go and live their best life. Make a good life for yourself. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you're gonna hit rock bottom and you're gonna feel like I can't go any lower. And in those days, you need to sit there and try to find the tunnel in the at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what you have to do, whether you want to or not. You can't let the depression or the anxiety or the stress get the best of you. I did years ago, and it totally tore apart my life. And now I'm trying to fix things. I'm doing things that make like little things to make me feel better. Like I'm trying to exercise a little more, trying to just feel better about myself. Think of the positive things that are happening. Do I have my bad days where I fall and go straight to crap, straight to shit? Yeah, I do. I have my days. I have my days where I'm just, what the hell is going on? Why is this going on right now? But I have to shake it off. I can't let the anxiety, the stress, it's a place I don't want to be anymore. And I want to see everybody else out of this mental health bubble. Our society is really, really full of anxiety, depression, manic behavior. A lot of people are going through this. It's not just it's not just people who may have actually a mental illness condition. It's people who are normal people that are having a condition now because of everything that happened with COVID and all that. It wrecked people's lives. It caused lots of deaths. And it's not an easy thing to recover from. So you need that peace of mind to get help and try to fix whatever issues you have. You need to just find somebody or a professional to fix it. How can you go above this? Two things you need to do. You need to walk back, look in a mirror, step back, look in the mirror, and look at yourself. Talk to yourself. Say, I'm not going to let this get me today. I'm not going to let the depression or the anxiety or the stress like take its toll on me, on my soul, on my body. I'm going to fight it as best I can. And if I need help, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it because I am the most important person in my life. And if I can't help myself and I don't try to help myself, even with other people from the outside, I know I'm not going to win this battle. You can win the battle if you get help. Some people it's harder than others. And I know people do suffer from mental illness. They do. I know a lot of people that suffer from it. And after COVID, it just spiked big time. So, my advice to you is no matter how hard your life can be, you need to look at your inner self, feel in your heart, and learn to love yourself. Even though and I've done a lot of bad shit in my time, even though you've done bad shit in your day, don't let it don't let it cloud what could be ahead where you can improve yourself and be a better person. You can always be a better person. You just need to try and work at it. It's not going to happen overnight. It could take a while. But I'm going to tell you this. You take that road. You go with the bad days and the good days, and eventually your bad days will become a lot less than your good days. And you'll see an improvement. Like I said, I'm ending this video with one statement. Again, if you feel that you can't get through what you're going through, I want you to try and get professional help to help you recover from whatever it is you're going through. There's a famous comedian, Robin Williams. He made me laugh as a child. Later on, when I grew up and I could see the videos and the tapes, he was way above life. He made people laugh all over the world, and his laughter made us happy. It made us laugh about things. He made us laugh. He laughed about his alcoholism, his drug addiction. He joked about everything. But inside, the man broke, and when he finally was getting, I think, Parkinson's, he killed himself. So even in the laughter, you can still feel pain. But unlike Robin Williams, we can get help. He probably tried and it didn't work, but I don't know. We don't know what went on in his head at the time. But I will say this, he will be missed. He was very larger than life. So thank you for watching this video and have a great day. And this just had to come up because people need help and we need to help ourselves as well as others, or to help get them professional help if they need it. Thank you for watching my video. This is going to be on a somber note. Have a great day, everybody. And remember, there is help. But don't think you're going to do it by yourself. Try to get help to help you do it and give you that little boost that you need to get the help. Thank you very much. Have a great day.